Very warm welcome back. We're on Saturday afternoon. It's the 18th of April. Time now just running into 5 p.m. And many thanks indeed for checking through to the Peter Private Bet service, all free to air this afternoon. Great to be with you. Quite a lot of action to get through. I've just finished talking to my people overseas, over there in the States, and quite a long conversation it was as well, that's for sure. An interesting meeting taking place at Tampa Bay and also Gulfstream, but that's not where I'm going to be concentrating this free information for you tonight. It's going to be at Hot Springs in a place called Arkansas, and incidentally at a track called OAKLAWN Park, OAKLAWN Park. That's OAKLAWN, OAKLAWN Park. Got 3 horses tonight and decent prices. I think current trading with William Hill and Bet365 and the rest of the boys, Victor Chandler, around about 5 to 1, 11 to 2 to your money, all 3. So if the treble come up, obviously, it would be very, very handy indeed, around about 180 to 1. Any double would pay 33 to 1, and any single on any of the 3 horses will show a profitable evening. Indeed, if you back them all each way and they're all framed, it would be around about 7 to 1 to your money as well. So I'm going to back all these 3 individually and put them in a small multiple as well. Just before I give you these 3, which have come from a very, very shrewd source indeed over there in the States, and very close to the odds makers out there, and who supply the morning line, which is the early morning line in the papers, etc., the bookies crib sheet sort of thing. I'll give you those in just one moment. And then I'm just going to give you 2 horses also at Tampa Bay tonight, run a bit later on at 8:28 and 9 o'clock. Both a little bit shorter, around about 6 to 40 cash. And certainly both very strongly fancied. These haven't come from this source who's brought me the OAKLAWN Park, but they are pretty warm and both very much ridden by top jockeys at the track and also expected to, certainly win, that's for sure. First one's in the, I'm just looking at a crib sheet here because I've got hieroglyphics, there's that much information on here. 8:28 there, it's Maroon Maniac. Maroon Maniac. I've had that doubly, if not triply confirmed today. It looks a bit of a match between that one and another horse, which is just outstaying it at favourite at the moment. But Daniel Centino takes the ride, who's a very, very good jockey at the track at Tampa and is expected to win. That's the word we have through Maroon Maniac. That's number 4, I believe, on your song sheet. Around about 6 to 4, 13 or 8. It could flip-flop either way, the favouritism, but is expected to win, and certainly wouldn't surprise me if it went off favourite and did just that. Just a bit later, about half an hour later at the same track, Antonio Gallardo actually rides the joint favourite in Maroon Maniac's race, rides a horse called Dreaming Diamonds, number 5. Dreaming Diamonds. I'll come to these horses in a moment at OAKLAWN Park, as I say. But Dreaming Diamonds, around about 6 to 40 cash. Again, looks pretty solid. And if you like 2 short shots within half an hour there, have a nice glass of wine and watch them too, or a cup of tea, and whatever takes your fancy, then they could certainly do the business. Number 4, Maroon Maniac in the 8:28 at Tampa Bay. And number 5, Dreaming Diamonds, just a half an hour later at the same track. And the same result, hopefully a win, would be very, very sweet indeed. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go through these 3 horses which run at OAKLAWN Park. As I say, all the bookmakers are betting on these events, so you don't have to shop around too much. And they're roughly all the same prices because it works out a little bit different in America. They tend to follow a straight path, the morning line, and it just stays on track until near the off. Sometimes it can move a bit, but essentially it's usually around about the morning line price, not too much difference. Once I've given you these 3, I will be back with you tomorrow. You'll have an alert come to you that tells you I've got a new message on, but you have to subscribe to that. I think there's a little bell on there. You have to. I know I've got a lot of subscribers anyway, but if you haven't subscribed, you need to press the bell. There's a little alarm bell there, and that will mean an email is sent to you to alert you that there has been an updated message. Currently, I'm sending text messages out to re-alert you if you've registered your mobile telephone number. Of course, you get a free text message to tell you that I'm online with free information or news. I will be bringing you news, all sorts of things about betting opportunities, all sorts of things about the industry, what's it looking like, in my opinion, on what's happening and where we're going to go and what's going to be happening overall, really. So just to keep you company and to make sure you're not alone. If you are on your own, then I'm sure you're not the only person who's on their own at this day and age, but it's not easy being isolated, and isolated on your own is a double down bad thing. But So we're here, I'm here, and I'm here going to share it each day with you, and I'll always tell you what time I'm coming on. You'll receive an alert. Tomorrow, I'm going to come online around about 12 noon, but you'll send a text message, 12 noon I'll be on, and I'll tell you then what I've come up with and what's been happening. Also, a little look back about what's been happening the night before. If you've not got your results, I'll tell you what's been happening, and there's transparency. I'll explain everything as we go along. So these are for the American tracks tonight. They are covered live on 415, of course, the racing channel. Quite a busy night today, so with plenty of meetings taking place, but I'm going to concentrate on one of the lesser meetings. It is Hot Springs, Arkansas, which is going on behind closed doors out there. It is actually a casino track, a casino on the course as well, like several of the tracks in America. The casino is actually closed because of the thing that's going on, obviously the coronavirus, etc. But the track's running ahead, which is great news for punters, great news for us, keeps the action going, and hopefully the world will sit up and take notice that we can play safe and we can get it back on track, and everyone can live as normal life as possible who are interested in horse racing. And that's, of course, by watching it and having a little bit of a flutter, which takes the mind off other things which are maybe probably more important, of course. But in the world of what we live in, this is pretty important as well to us regards. Okay, so no more ado. I'm going to spell these horses too because it's all new. We're going to start, first of all, the 7:06 tonight. Just 7:06, 6 minutes past 7. Each way, all these three. This one's called Delp, which is D-E-L-P. D for David, E for Eric, L for Leicester, and P for Pigott. So D-E-L-P, just 4 letters. It's in the 7:06 tonight at Oakland Park, ridden by a good jockey out there. Again, a bit of a track specialist called Joseph Talamo, and trained by Thomas Amos, another top trainer at the track. So it's got terrific background to it. Got a great jockey on board, solid as a rock trainer. It's around about 5-1, 11-2 with the bookmakers across the board. Each way, tough to kick out the frame, can win, that's for sure. Number 3, Delp, D-E-L-P. Okay, so that's your first bet of the tonight. That's your free bet on Oakland Park. The second free bet runs in 8:39 at Oakland Park. If I'm going a little bit quick, you can, of course, skim through this video after you've watched it once and pick up on the horses again, rather than me set it all up. Sooner or later, we'll have the captions on and it'll tell you the names of the horses as we go along, but it's all happening a bit quick, and I'm trying to get you as much entertainment as I can, as quick as I can. So the next one's number 12, anyway, in the 8:39. It's called Minji, M-I-N-J-I. M for mother, I for indigo, N for November, J for Jimmy, and I for indigo. Minji. This one's ridden by another top-class jockey, probably the top jockey at the track, Ricardo Santana Jr., and ridden by another very big trainer out there, Stephen Asmussen. I think he's lying second in the rankings out there. I'm assured, doubly assured, this one is going to go close tonight. It's around about 11-2. It's number 12, Minji, M-I-N-J-I. So there's 2, and that means you've got 1 more to go. And of course, you've already had the 2 at Tampa Bay, Maroon Maniac and Dreaming Diamonds. A little bit short of those 2, so you may want to put them in 2 singles and a nice double. But the final bet tonight runs a little bit later on the night shift here, 10:45. So by that time, you've either had a nice night on the wine or having a nice giant chance to have a bit of peace and quiet and a nice cup of tea, as I say, and whatever, a little bit of buffet or something. But number 8 it is anyway. Number 8, Heaven's Whisper. That's a lovely name, isn't it? Number 8, Heaven's Whisper, 10:45 tonight. Again, it's got the Joe Talamo riding it, Joseph Talamo, one of the best boys in the States on this track. Rides stacks of winners and could ride another one tonight. 5 or 6-1 to your money if you shop around, but it's not going to make that much difference. 5-1, stroke 6-1. Each way, sure to be thereabouts. The message we're getting through, and I've got through, has been absolutely, certainly concrete information. This number 8, Heaven's Whisper, each way in the 10:45 at the same track, OAKLAWN Park at the Arkansas Hot Springs course, and sure to go close and each way. So I'll just run through again. Number 3, Delp, and that's in the 7:06. The number 12 horse, Minji, and that's in the 8:39. And to finish off a little bit later on, number 8, Heaven's Whisper, in the 10:45. You've already had a couple at Tampa Bay. Good luck with all the bets, or if you're watching them and just enjoying the evening, that's what it's all about, really, isn't it? It's all about having a bit of fun. They can't stop you doing that. They cannot stop you having a bit of fun. And remember that. They can stop you doing a lot of things, but they can't stop you having fun. Listen, enjoy yourselves. Take care of yourselves. You don't need me to tell you about staying safe. You hear it morning, noon and night. But just take care of yourself. And that's what it's all about. And take care of your loved ones. And take care of your pets. Take care of everyone you can come across. Because that's what it's all about. Listen, great to be with you. I'll be back with you at 12 noon tomorrow. I'm going to have a glass of wine. I'm going to watch the racing tonight. I'm going to have a few bets online. I'm going to have a bit of fun. Listen, take care. God bless you. Speak to you tomorrow. Take care.